so far for you?
Great. Just started.
Excellent.
So what can you tell us about where we find Renee in the beginning of the season?
So I don't want to tease too much about that because I feel like that's going to be like a nice reveal for the pilot for the first episode. But I think mentally, the thing to keep in mind is obviously being a vigilante. He's been outlawed, right? In season 6, we've established that. So there's that dilemma of like, the characters have to also take that into account, and that's what I love about the show. We try to ground it as much in a real level with all the jurisdiction that happens on the show that the characters have to adhere to or not, but there's a lot of decisions that have to be made, especially with Oliver being in prison, telling us to keep fighting, but how do we do that? How do we interpret that? So I think right away you're going to see how we start to interpret what fighting back means for each character. So, yeah.
So far we've seen a love in everyone has like some sort of love in their life, but Renee, he hasn't had one. Are we going to see maybe some love in Renee's life this season?
I think the love of Renee's life is Zoe. That's really, for him it's like being a dad, for me, it's more interesting for me to see him try to become a complete dad in his own way than to find a love interest. Now, if that happens, that's fine. He struck out with Thea, so I don't think he's gonna try again. I don't think he wants to get, as they say, curved. So but he loves his daughter. I think he's more focused on that.
Are there any ways that you hope to explore the episode further in season 7?
I think redemption for me is perfect because I feel like that's where Renee's been his entire life. It's just wanting to right the wrongs in his life or to change the trajectory that he's been dealt. And so redemption is no stranger to him. And for me, that's totally fine. I'm okay with that, And I like the idea of him always striving to be a better dad or to be the complete dad for Zoe. So when I see more of that in him, it also it makes the action in him, it makes the energy in him, the darkness in him that much more interesting and fun to play. So
Okay, sorry, that was the last question. Sorry.